I took away. All right, here we go. Try this again. I totally forgot that I didn't do an intro, so I'm gonna play that while I wait for everybody to come in. Okay. All right, here we go.
From my winter hell, I've got candles and candy. I can be your daddy if you only let me creep into your prison cell. Hey baby, can you tell I'm not a criminal? Your choice is seminal. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say. Just find your way. Try to stay true. Just speak low, stand in your row. Try not to show this life's a show. Try not to glow. Way down below, it's a lot of woe. And that's not a place where you would like to go. I've got cigarettes and brandy, which could come in handy if you just help me loosen up my hand grenades fuse. Baby, don't refuse my truth, but it's up to you now to choose. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say. Just find your way and try to stay true.
All right. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope everybody is having a fantastic Saturday. I have already been up for almost 8 hours now. I've got the nug. She's hanging out, and we did a little art project this morning. She made, I have this little kit that's like it presses there's like two plastic pieces and it makes flowers. It's with fabric. It's really cute. She made me a whole bouquet. So we had fun doing that and got outside and enjoyed the fresh air and sunshine for a while. But now we are going to watch Kouri. Now, as you guys know, I left you yesterday because I wanted to take the Nuggy bike riding. So um we ended up calling it early for the day, right? But I started to watch a little of it. And then I was like, I'm tired. I will just wait and watch it with you guys today. So that's what we're doing. I already set up my stream for Monday. On Monday, I am nuggy free, so it'll be much easier for me to stream. I won't have to get up as early and all of that. And so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, actually. So that'll be kind of cool. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Also, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up, but do you guys remember back early on in the Idaho 4 days, there was a psychic on TikTok who essentially claimed that a professor was an accomplice to Brian Koberger, something to that effect, right? And there was a lawsuit. Well, that lawsuit is over. And professor sued the TikTok creator, the TikTok psychic, and lost. Was the TikTok psychic lost, and they awarded, because Idaho has a cap that they can only award 3 times the compensatory damages. So they awarded the compensatory damages, the punitive damages can only be 3 times the compensatory damages. So what the jury did was award low compensatory damages so that the cap could be 3 times, and she's gonna end up paying, I don't know, like 7.5 million in compensatory damages and like 10 million in punitive damages. And I think the jury sent a message that this kind of stuff is not going to be tolerated. It is okay to talk about true crime. It is okay to speculate on the facts. It is not okay to flat out. It might be 10 million total, Sarah. I read it very early this morning, so I'll go back. I wanted to talk about it. I want to go find the documents and stuff. So once I have all of those things set, I will talk about it more completely. But I just think that's really interesting that they sent a message. And, we've seen it time and time again when new cases, open cases are first developing. We're getting very little from law enforcement. People just start pointing the finger at whoever. And you can't do that. So it's more than you shouldn't do that. You definitely, you are capable of doing it. Let me just be accurate grammatically. Can you? Yes. Should you? Absolutely not. Once again, I'm going to say it for the 11 billionth time. Taking a wait and see approach has never hurt a case coverage, ever. If you're taking a wait and see approach on your case coverage, it will not impact the case negatively. However, accusations permanently damage people. And depending on the level of involvement, yeah, you can potentially impact the case. So anyway, let's get started because we got a lot to go through. I understand it was a pretty wild time. I'm going to put the settings at 1.25. I think that ought to be good, where we can hear what's going on and yet it won't be too fast. All right, are we ready? All right, let's go. Let me forward a little. Also, bless this judge. He started out fresh as a daisy Monday morning.
Feel free to have a seat. Thank you.
He's tired on Friday. He looks like we all felt. Oh, there's Blanche Devereaux's bedspread.
Mr. Bloodworth, the state's next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Anna Isbel.
Miss Isbel, if you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
All right, Nate, I'm 1.33 just for you.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties
Can't
of
do
perjury?
1.33. There you go. I got it. There's the compromise. 1.3.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, ma'am. What is your name?
Anna Isbel?
Do you spell your last name I-S-B-E-L-L?
Yes.
Do you know who Kouri Richins is?
Yes.
How?
Knew her from
Ms.
high school.
Isbel, I apologize for interrupting. Turn the mic towards you a little bit. You can sit wherever you're comfortable. It's easier to move the mic. There you go.
Knew her from high school. Just living in the same area.
Do you know who Hayden Jeffs was?
Yes.
Who was he in relation to you?
My significant other for 13 years.
And he passed, didn't he? And it was a motorcycle accident? Okay, I can see you're nodding.
Yes. Yes. Sorry. Try not to say yes because it'll start making me cry. But yes, he did.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry. Do you know whether Hayden Jeffs knew Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Did they know each other?
Yes.
How did they know each other?
He did handyman work for her.
Were you with Hayden Jeffs on January the 22nd, 2022, when he received a call from Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Did you overhear that call on speakerphone?
Yes.
What on that phone call, if anything, did you hear Kouri Richins ask Hayden Jeffs?
For something for a client. I don't remember what it started with, a T or a P. We didn't know what it was. I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, I don't know who brought it up or how it got around to that. Hayden was just saying, fuck that client. Fentanyl? What? Fuck that. Fuck that.
Your Honor, hearsay.
Hayden's statements, Mr. Bloodworth.
No.
Your
Would you
Honor,
pause for 1 second, Ms. Isbel? My apologies.
effect on Kouri Richins?
Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff's side of this conversation, as related by Ms. Isbel, that's an out-of-court statement that you cannot consider for its truth. The only reason you can consider it is for context for whatever Ms. Richins may have said in response after hearing it. Please proceed.
Thank you, sir.
I interrupted you. Did you want to say anything else about that?
Okay, after Mr. Jeff said that, how did Ms. Richins respond?
She said, okay, thank you. That's all.
Was there a second call then?
No.
Okay. Did you hear any other of the discussions between Ms. Richins and Mr. Jeffs?
No.
Thank you. No further questions.
Good afternoon, Anna.
Afternoon.
Oh, hold on.
Good. Afternoon.
Not Miss Lewis. So, Violet, this is Anna Isbel. She is Hayden Jeff's significant other. Hayden was a handyman who worked for Kouri Richins, and she overheard a conversation where Kouri's asking, I think that it's either fentanyl or propofol. I think most people would know what fentanyl is if they heard it because it was in the news so much back then, but propofol they probably wouldn't. So I'm thinking that she said propofol. And Hayden has sent, or I don't know him like that, excuse me. Mr. Jeffs has since passed away. He was in a motorcycle accident. So that is who is on the stand now. And now we're going to hear cross-examination from everyone's favorite, Ms. Lewis. Here we go.
Afternoon. I'm Wendy Lewis. We've met, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say, I start by saying I'm very sorry for your loss of Hayden. I know that's been very difficult for you. Now, You, of course, have been called as a witness for the state, right? Mm-hmm. And was there a time a couple of...
Yes.
And did they reach out to you a couple of months ago to try and get you to come in and meet with them?
Yeah, I've tried multiple times.
Multiple times. All right. I'm going to show you just for what's been marked as Defense Exhibit 1002.
No, it's funny when people tell you they're sorry for your loss, because it's meant to comfort you, but I don't know. When people said it to me for
And did
my
you
mom, it
recognize
made
those
me
text messages?
uncomfortable.
Yes.
Were those text messages from your phone?
Yes.
And they were between you and Detective O'Driscoll, is that right?
Yes.
So your texts are in blue, is that correct?
Yes.
And his are in black.
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd ask that we publish, that 1002 be admitted and published.
Your Honor, objection. May we approach?
Of course.
It just, I don't know, when people say, I know, because I've said it to people too. I'm sorry for your loss, because there's really nothing you can say. But it always made me uncomfortable because I always felt like I needed to comfort the person who was saying it. And I'm not good with emotion, so I just feel bad for her. Can tell she's nervous. Yeah, Court TV, I was hoping that they would have closed captioning, but they don't. Hey, Daria, good to see you, babe. Good to see you all. Good. Nate, Tess, Violet, Lisa, Lil D, Sarah, Jennifer. Good to see all of you guys. I don't think I missed anybody. No, I got everybody. Okay, perfect. Violet asks if Kouri has given her the evil eye yet. I wouldn't go so far as to say it was an evil eye, but I will say, Kouri does have kind of a stank face for some of these witnesses. So I'm going to say more of a stank face. Hi, Jonah, sweet boy. You being a good boy, Jonah? I don't want to get him too riled up because it's like 1 o'clock where you're at, Jen, and not Jennifer, and I don't want to get him I don't want to be too turnt Tina if it's going to be nap time. You know what I mean? I know I could skip this, but you know how I get extra with the skipping. Let's see if I can without going past. Seems as if I can.
Katie, can you? Or Your Honor,
Fine.
whoever's controlling the screens.
No problem.
All right, let's see these
So
texts.
that's the text exchange that's been offered by the defense.
And it's just that one page.
Yes.
Look at her.
There we go.
Got her head all in his screen. How
Mr.
can he
Bloodworth, no rush. Take a
possibly
moment,
see?
make sure that's what the state regards as, is it 2 pages, Katie? 4. Okay.
She sent it. You know,
Screenshots. I
Yeah.
get it. All right, I'm sorry,
Look at
Katie,
how
I'll read
he's
that
leaned
fast.
away from her.
Can we start at the top, please?
It's like, don't stand next to me, lady. You're all up in my bubble.
Next page, please. Next page, please.
Hey, chicken lady, good to see you. I bet
Next page,
Alice
please.
would. Alice is I'm gonna have to go look at it and play it for Alice.
No.
Katie, can you go to the first page, please?
Oh boy, he's really looking at these. Wonder what they. Wonder what they are.
Are these out of order? Am I
Yeah,
reading-
I can't figure out the order. They go, I can't tell if they go backwards in time. It might go backwards in time.
Maybe.
So, as far as I'm aware, the first page is a screenshot that she sent, and then the following texts show what she screenshotted. Does that make sense?
It
No.
doesn't, but
We can just do the first page if you want. You said I said.
The first page with that, look, let me see, and she just puts her big old head in the way.
Let's go look at two different texts.
pause for a minute. Thank you.
Let me just do that. I can do that because it's confusing. Because I do think it repeats. I had a hard time.
Look, I'm just going to say this.
Well,
I'm just going to say this really quick before he talks. I think if you're going to be submitting screenshots as evidence, it's imperative that you learn how to do the long screenshot.
but it looks like there's stuff above this. This is a midstream discussion.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't want to let anything in that is very
Sorry, Katie, can you go to the second page, please?
Go back one more page, please.
Even the judge is confused. What are you doing,
Go back to
defense?
the first page one moment, Katie.
When you hit the fourth page, it's the first. It just has a text message before. I think the fourth page goes 4, 1, 2, 3.
Counsel, I'm not persuaded that the first page of this proposed exhibit is in a form that would exist on an iPhone.
Oh,
Pages 2, 3, and 4 seem more consistent with how iPhone text messages
That's fine.
exist in the world.
That's fine.
uh-oh. What you trying to pull,
We see
Miss
2, 3, and
Lewis?
Another screenshot.
I just want you to
And
know we barely heard
Doing some
any
quick math here, it seems like
testimony,
the chronological order is something like 4, 2, 3. Does that sound right?
and we're
Mr.
here.
I'm so tired of you.
Your Honor, it appears that 4 should be 1.
Right,
Then it should go to 2.
right.
And then 3 and 4. And 1 is just kind of another screenshot off of.
We're going to get rid of 1. Yeah. So,
Okay, that's fine.
Katie, can you take a moment, carve it up, and reorder it?
Oh, for the love
And then
of
we'll have you
hate.
take a look at it, counsel. In the meantime, temperature a little better? Yes? Very good. Okay.
What a nice judge. With his teeth. While they get this in order. 4 hours later. Oh my God.
All right, Your Honor, I think it is sorted. No objection to the current version of the text messages.
Katie, if you'd show it to me.
Tess, can you hear me? We need to
Will you go to page 2 for me?
we should email the defense table the updated article on the colors that are popular currently. They need a new color
one we
scheme
took
for
out,
their
correct?
nail polish.
No, that, okay. Then page 2.
Oh my goodness. It's like they're playing,
Then page 3, please.
putting a puzzle together and they don't have the lid with
Okay.
the picture on it.
I'm going to show this to the witness. If you would lay some foundation, Ms. Lewis.
So, do you recognize this as text from your phone?
Yes.
And they are text between yourself and Detective O'Driscoll. Is that correct?
Yes.
And his original text at the top was sent in December 30th, correct?
Yes.
And then you responded sometime later, which was sometime in January, correct?
Yes.
And you recognize all these text messages?
Yes.
And are they accurate as far as you recall?
Can we show our pages 2,
Yeah.
please?
Yes. The first one, it's 2 different. That's why it looks weird. But yes, they're all.
Okay. We now move to admit defense exhibit.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Your Honor, just foundation. There's two different phone numbers that appear. I think we just need foundation on whose phone number is who.
One's Detective O'Driscoll's and the other one's Travis.
I didn't understand that answer, Ms. Lewis. Could you lay some more foundation?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. So the first page, the 14353213618, that's Detective O'Driscoll.
I don't know his phone number off the top of my head, but
Do you recognize the text as being from him?
I think that the first one is Travis. Because I believe the first one is Travis. I don't know his number off the top of my head.
All right, let me see whether there's
I
a
didn't say by their other numbers.
Oh my goodness.
Can we move to the next page, Katie? Is that a different phone number? That's the same phone number, correct?
It is not.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that one would be Travis. That
So-
one would be O'Driscoll.
Are you sure? Because they say the same thing.
The one is because I sent it to Travis to show him how Detective O'Driscoll was handling himself through this.
Oh, I
This way,
understand.
yeah.
All right. So the first text is from Detective O'Driscoll.
What is pulled up right now, that one is...
And then that's when you sent the text.
that
Let
one's
her
Travis.
answer.
I screenshotted it to show him.
Why don't we consider these separately?
All right. So let's go to the text, the second page from Detective O'Driscoll. Take out the first page, Katie. Starting right there. So if we could introduce, is that 3 pages now? Or 2?
Oh my God.
If we could introduce the 2 pages of text between Ms. Isbel and Detective O'Driscoll.
Would you mind confirming with this witness what these 2 pages are?
And these 2 pages are text between you and Detective O'Driscoll, correct?
Yes.
And the black bubbles are from him, the blue are from you, correct?
Yes.
And that's an accurate representation of the text conversation you had with him at that time, correct?
Yes.
I think this is still Defense Exhibit 1007, if we could introduce, or at least mark it as 1007, this particular version.
Miss
Second.
Isbel,
Well, I
what
don't
did
know
you
what it is.
have
How are
for
we
lunch
marking
that's stuck in your teeth, babe? Come on.
So, Mr. Bloodworth, Defense Exhibit 1002A, a text message streamed between Ms. Isbel and a number ending 6267, 2-page document.
Can I see the second page?
Of course.
Your Honor, no objection to the admission. We're going to need, though, before publishing to anybody, to redact the phone number except for the last 4 pages.
No problem. I think that's the only place it appears, right? Is at the top.
Can you do that so we can still see the...
There you go.
Oh, that's on the previous page, though, right?
And then on both pages, please, Katie.
Stop trying to help, Miss Lewis. Just hush.
Okay. We just show me page 2 again.
This is a circus. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Numbers redacted. Any objection, Mr. Bloodworth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, if Alice was
Defense
in charge of this, it would be much
1002A,
smoother.
A 2-page text stream involving phone number ending 6267 is admitted. Let me publish. Ms. Lewis, take it from
Text that said, so you can make our life easier and answer our calls, we can prep you on what you're going to be asked. Next time I knock on your door, I'll have a warrant and a catch pole for your dog, correct?
Yes.
Now, he was talking about
damn.
that they reached out and asked you to come in and be prepped for your testimony.
Overall.
Overall, okay.
pause,
And
Ms. Lewis, for a moment.
Your Honor, she misread the text. I know it's up there and the jury can read it for themselves. But
If they can. I mean, it's small.
It's very
Yeah,
small.
Can we
This
zoom in,
is
Katie?
a terrible screenshot. Who's in charge of screenshotting these things?
Pause for 1 second. Can you folks read that?
I appreciate your service, Neat Noodle. I do,
Yeah, I mean,
babe.
the redaction might have been part of the problem, but
Can we maybe go to...
I think because we blocked out the number, I can't see
Okay.
the first line.
All right.
Oh my God. You know you can control
We'll
the
just let the jury read it for a moment.
how the
Your Honor,
redaction
Ms. Lewis
looks.
could also turn her mic back on.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Brian. All right, let's try again. This is blocked out a little bit, but you'll be able to see it later, hopefully. So until you are needed to testify. So make your life easier and answer our calls so we can prep you on what you will be asked. Otherwise, the next time I knock on your door, I'll have a warrant and a catch pole for the dog. That's what he said, correct?
Yes.
I don't need to be prepped. Give me the time and date and I will appear. He says it's on your subpoena. You ask, is there more an exact date or a date? Do I need to be there February 23rd through March 26th? His response, we could have discussed that if you ever replied, but since you don't want to, you can plan on showing up every day at 8 o'clock. Next page. Your response, I don't need to be prepped. Give me the time and date and I will appear. So this is the same. It's repeated. It's on your subpoena, February 23rd. Plan on being there every day. And then you say, I would like it over text message so that I have exactly what you say in writing. And again, he says you're legally obligated to show up on the dates and times on the subpoena. So let's go back. First of all, what was your reaction when he showed you when he sent you these text messages?
Oh, I was livid. I was very upset. I thought it was rude, inconsiderate, and not how you should treat somebody that did nothing wrong.
Okay. And you were asking if he would give you an exact date to show up to court instead of telling you to be here every day, correct?
Yeah.
And he said, well, no.
Yeah.
You'd be
Should've
here
talked to
every
me.
day, correct? Mm-hmm. And that's because you didn't want to come in and be prepped, correct?
I didn't want to speak to them at all.
All right, but you never refused to come in and testify because you were legally obligated to do so. Is that fair?
I never refused.
All right. Now, he said that next time I knock on your door, I'll be there with a warrant and a pole for the dog. Mm-hmm. So he threatened to arrest you if he had to come back to try and talk to you.
Yes.
And he said the next time. He'd been to your home before?
Yeah.
Did your dog attempt to attack O'Driscoll when he was at your home before?
No.
Is your dog a vicious dog?
He's a big dog. He's very protective, especially after Hayden's passed. He's behind a fence that you aren't supposed to open unless somebody that knows him is there.
Did he attempt to bite Detective O'Driscoll?
Absolutely not.
Did he touch Detective O'Driscoll?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever seen my dog. Maybe through the fence.
Through the fence. So you didn't sick your dog on Detective O'Driscoll?
Never.
All right. Okay, thank you. Now let's go back. Sorry that.
Oh, you got a cop being a jerk. Okay.
You recently completed rehab, right, Nana?
Yeah.
Fairly recently. I mean, it wasn't like last week, but fairly recently. And your drug of choice was alcohol. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
You're doing well. No.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How were you doing in 2022?
Sorry, what year was that even? I based my years off was Hayden dead or not at that time. I'm 2022.
Let me make it simple.
Yeah, give me a point of date.
During the time when this phone call happened, were you sober?
What phone call?
The phone call you're here to talk about between Hayden and Kouri.
I had just got done with dinner, so I think Hayden and I had went to Sushi Blue that night. But I probably had a drink there.
Okay. So before we get to the phone call, just a couple of other questions. So you said Hayden did handyman work for Kouri.
Yes.
Did he work on a number of projects for her? Do you know?
Didn't I know of? Yeah.
All right. And was Kouri good to him while he was working for her?
Yes.
She would help him out at times?
Yeah.
What kind of things would she help him out with?
Just advice, helping with she had helped him get insurance, liability while he worked for her, so that she wouldn't be liable, those kind of things.
How is that helping him? That's helping her. All she did was walk him through it. Look, I don't give a rat's fat kneecap if she was nice to everybody on the planet. She got drugs. She gave drugs to her husband who died. She murdered him. The end. I don't care if she was nice to everybody else on the planet. I don't care if she took in dogs and knitted them sweaters.
All right.
You seemed very nice to him.
So you said in January of 2022, Hayden got a phone call. He was on speaker, and you could hear part of the call. Mm-hmm. Because you did go into the bathroom for some of the call, correct?
Yes.
All right. So is what you heard Kouri say that she was asking him for the Michael Jackson drug?
That was part of it.
Because you didn't know what that was, correct?
Yeah.
And were you Googling on your phone trying to figure that out during the phone call?
Going to, but I didn't, because I was trying to figure out what the first thing that she said, because I thought it was a muscle relaxer. And then I was like, what the fuck is Michael Jackson stuff?
So you thought she was asking for a muscle relaxant?
That was what I was thinking she was talking about.
Okay, and then you went into the bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever, at that call, hear Kouri ask for the drug fentanyl?
I did not.
Okay, I have nothing further.
Mr. Bloodworth,
No, sir.
may we release this witness?
We may.
Yeah, let her go.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are released from the subpoena.
Fantastic.
Free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. You mind taking that glass of water with you? Thanks.
Yeah, clean up your mess, Anna. Cute
Mr.
dress,
Bloodworth,
though.
the state's next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Robert Crozier.
Oh, here we go. Robbie's up. I can't remember if they call him Robbie or Bobby. Yeah, but even if she did get taken homeless dogs and knit them sweaters neat, it doesn't mean she didn't murder somebody. You know, bad people do good things every once in a while, and good people do bad things every once in a while. So, I'm not feeling it.
Sir, if you would step in front
Oh,
of
for
Brittany,
the
we'll get you
love
sworn
of
in.
Pete. Hold the phone.
Step up here.
In front of Brittany.
Hold the phone. Back the milk truck up. We finna back the milk truck up. Bruh. Look at this outfit of the day. Shoes match. This isn't even business casual because he's wearing tennis shoes, but at least they match his shirt. Wow. How people dress for court, I will never understand.
Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Step up here.
In front of Brittany.
If you'll please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Please have a seat.
Good afternoon, sir. What, sir, is your name?
It's Robert Crozier.
You spell your last name Crozier?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have a criminal drug history?
I do.
Can you please explain it to us?
I had a distribution charge in December of 22.
My favorite is when they ask about the criminal charges and they like have to think about it like they don't know. Like, oh, let me tell you something. You remember when you were arrested. You remember what you were charged with, and you remember all of it. Stop playing with these people. I don't give a rat's fat kneecap how out of it or whatever you were. You remember that shit. It's one of those things that sticks in your brain, okay? I'm going to go have a cig. Robert, I can already tell that you're off to a fantastic start. You're already trying to pretend like, oh gosh, it's been so long ago now. What was it I was arrested for? What had happened? Oh, my memory is fuzzy. Let me look up into my eyebrows for the answer. All right, here we go.
And 2 possession charges in 23.
Were you dealing drugs in December of 2022?
Yes.
When did you begin dealing drugs?
I'm not sure. Sometime around 2020, maybe.
And were you dealing drugs throughout early 2022?
Yeah, I was.
Mr. I apologize for interrupting you. Would you, Ms. Lewis, approach for one moment? Just a minute, sir. My apologies.
Good thing I didn't walk away. I don't know why we're approaching. I'm very...
Issue, please rise for the jury.
Hold on. Oh,
Take a quick restroom.
hold on. I want to hear what he says.
Should you take a quick restroom break while I handle a quick issue? Please rise for the jury.
No, I need to check that out, Sarah. I definitely will. I cannot move past Miss Nestor wearing Blanche Devereaux.
We're going to be in recess
jacket.
until 1:25.
For what?
Do I have present? We'll speak to her for a minute. Court's in recess. If you want to stretch your legs, now's the time.
What is going on? Do we ever get to know what had happened? All right, hold on.
Please have a seat as you come in. All right, please have a seat. We're on the record. Thank you for your patience. Mr. Crozier, you're under oath.
Okay.
Very good, sir. If you need a glass of water, just let me know.
All right.
Mr. Bloodworth, please proceed.
Sir, are you represented today by counsel?
I am.
And are you testifying pursuant to 3 grants of immunity?
I know that there's immunity. I don't know how many of them. Yes.
Understand. Are you aware of immunity from Summit County?
Yes.
From Salt Lake County?
Yes.
And from the federal government?
Yes.
Did your attorney assist you in getting those grants of immunity?
Yes. As far as I know, yeah.
Okay. What is your understanding of those grants of immunity?
That I need to be honest, or they're void, I guess.
Okay. Do you also understand that you have to testify not only honestly, truthfully, but also fully and completely?
Yes.
And did your lawyer advise you regarding your obligations under the grants of immunity?
I don't understand what you mean.
Did she tell you what you had to do?
You just told me I had to come to court and be honest, and
Did she tell you what would happen if you weren't honest?
that the immunity would be void, or so that I could potentially be charged with a crime.
Sir, do you know who Nicole Cummings is?
I do.
Who is she?
Excuse me. She is the girl that I lived with for a couple of months at the end of 2021.
Did there come a time in early 2022 when she contacted you about a friend of hers?
Yes.
What did she say to you?
She asked me if I would talk to her friend, I don't remember her name, and get some Roxy's for her, the oxycodone.
Did you contact Nicole Cummings' friend?
I think Nicole asked her if she could give her my number, and then she contacted me. But I think that's how that went.
Did you ultimately speak with her?
Yes.
Did you text with her?
I think it was mostly phone calls, but yeah, it might have been some text. I don't know. That was 4 years ago.
Sure.
Oh.
When you spoke or texted with her, what did she ask for?
As far as I remember, she was asking for Roxy's for the oxycodone.
Did she identify what she was asking for by any label other than Roxy's?
No.
Did you at that time believe that Roxy's meant oxycodone?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I know. I know that they mean. Excuse me.
Did you set up to sell to her?
I set up to meet her in Draper.
Did you set up to meet her at a Maverick in Draper?
Yes.
Did you ultimately meet her at that Maverick in Draper?
Yes.
Where were you coming from to get to the Draper?
At that, I think Roy, maybe, or Layton.
Do you remember how many times you agreed to meet her at the Draper?
Like I said, it was 4 years ago. I remember once clearly, maybe twice.
Could there have been a third time?
I don't think so.
So let's talk about the first time you can recall. Is that the one you recall the clearest?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I believe it was raining that day, and she was coming from quite a distance, so we met in Draper to make it easier.
Once you met at the Maverick in Draper, did you meet up with her personally?
I mean, she was in a car.
Okay.
I went up to the car. She handed me the money. I gave her the pills, and then went our separate ways.
Did you have the pills with you, or did you have to go get them from somebody?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what she looked like?
I really don't. I think she was Mexican, kind of short. But I don't know if she was in a car the whole time. Like, I don't even think she got out because I remember it was raining.
Have you come to learn that her name is Carmen Lauber?
I have heard that, yeah. Like,
You said she handed you the money. Do you remember about how much money?
I don't remember.
You said you handed her pills. What do you remember, if anything, about the pills?
It was like 30 or 40 of them.
Do you remember anything else about that first buy with this lady?
No, she was in like I want to say like a Civic or something, like a Honda Civic, but yeah.
Okay. Were you selling a lot of drugs around this time?
I wouldn't say a lot, no. I sold or got pills for maybe 3 or 4 people. So yeah, I wouldn't by any means say it was a lot.
And was this about early February 2022?
Yeah, I believe so.
Can we talk about the second time?
Okay.
How did the second time come about?
I really don't remember. Like, I'm not even real clear if I met her a second time. Oh. To be honest with you, like, I know that I met her the one time.
Okay. I think the purpose for him, such as it is because Kouri's story is that Eric was a pill user, and his autopsy results show very differently. And they need Robbie up here to say how many pills he sold, because clearly, because it was not it was within what? So it started what, at the beginning of February? It was within a month's time. And his autopsy doesn't show that he had long-term drug use. So I think that's why they need him up here. Now, I did catch part of this, and I don't know, Robert, if your immunity deal is gonna be intact after this one, bud. All right, here we go.
And it might have been twice, but I really, like, it was like 4 years ago. So, like, I don't really remember if I met her more than once. But if it would have been the same thing, like, I would have gotten the money from her, given her the things, and left. Like, there wasn't a lot of interaction. We didn't, get a drink together or anything. We just.
It's a drug deal.
Yeah.
Not rocket surgery.
Right.
What? Now,
Had
how come nobody told me that this was in here? How come nobody told me that Mr. Bloodworth was going to say the saying that I say all the time, that it's not rocket surgery? Woo! Love it when that happens. You know what? I was listening to Emily D. Baker, and you know what she called the what is his name? Starts with a G. Grossman. She called him the Sancho, which I call him the Sancho too. It was just funny. All right, here we go. Maybe just to
had
me.
you met her at the Maverick Draper for anything else other than a drug deal?
No.
I use the term rocket surgery, y'all, because it's how simple it is so absurd. So if you make it rocket science is actually something, and it's very serious and it's complicated, right? But because this is so absurdly simple, rocket surgery is funnier to me. And y'all know I got to get my laughs in where I can, because true crime's a heavy subject. Oh, I love Emily D. Baker. And when it gets into the more like complicated legal stuff, I will I watch her so that I can better so I can learn, so I can better explain to you guys because she's really good at explaining. That's why I watch her.
Had you met her anywhere other than the Maverick Draper?
No,
So am I right that the only times you've met Carmen Lauber is at the Maverick Draper?
that's right.
And the only times you've met her at the Maverick Draper was to sell her drugs?
That's correct.
Do you recall interviewing with Summit County detectives on May the 4th, 2023?
Vaguely. I remember like I was in jail. I hadn't been there very long. I was on a lot of drugs at that time, so like I was detoxing from those drugs. And I remember like going in a conference room and speaking with them, but I don't really recall a lot of the discussion.
Which jail?
Davis County Jail.
Do you recall whether they asked you if Carmen asked for blues specifically or fentanyl specifically?
I have read the report, so like I know that they did, but I don't remember them saying that to me.
Okay, and by report, do you mean a transcript of their
Yes.
interview?
Yeah.
So you know from reading a transcript of their interview that they asked you whether Carmen asked for blues or fentanyl on one hand or oxys on the other hand?
Yes.
Do you recall how you responded to that question?
Not right offhand. I think I said something to the extent of that I thought they were. I didn't know if they were fentanyl or Roxy's, but whatever she asked for is what she got.
Do you recall your answer to that specific question of theirs, whether she asked for blues specifically or fentanyl on one hand or oxys on the other hand?
No.
If I were to show you that transcript again, would you be able to recall?
I mean, I'm not going to remember it, but like I can.
Would that help
see
you
it. Like,
refresh it?
I can see like what it says. I mean, yeah. So, but as far as remembering it, that was 3 years ago, or however many years ago, and I was in a rough state at the time that I had that conversation with them.
Scott, can we bring up for the witness, please, 8-46, Tango?
I think they had to do it, Jennifer. I really do. They had to connect all of the dots, all of the people. And as poorly as I've heard that he's testified, and part of what I saw, they had to do it. And I think that the jury's going to give him the weight, the accurate weight to his testimony.
Are we moving too fast for you?
Hold on. I think what they're going to do is they're going to see him for exactly what he is. He's a drug dealer. Okay, it's unless you deal with people, the same people over and over and over and over, right? It's not like you build up a rapport. I think they're going to see it for exactly what it is. If she asked for Roxy and then she got Roxy, unless he didn't have the Roxy, and then he said, well, I got fentanyl. Is fentanyl okay? She probably said yes. And I think that because the jury, they're allowed to use their common sense. So yeah, I think that especially the part that I heard, I think this was a risky move, but I do think that the jury is going to see it the way that we're all seeing it as well, like taking it for what it's worth.
No, I was reading. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now, what I didn't see is who cross-examined him. And I wasn't paying, audibly, I can't tell if there's been an ejection or who I feel like he called Miss Lewis and Mr. Bloodworth up to the bench, so I'm assuming that it's because that's who's doing it. The cross is Miss Lewis. I like the way they do it. Yeah, former drug dealer. Optimistic. Oh God. Do they need? Well, we're gonna get there sometime.
Sir, can you focus in, please, on page 13, line 13?
Okay.
Does that help refresh your recollection on how you responded to the investigator's question of whether she wanted blues or fentanyl specifically, or oxys?
Yeah, but it says that.
It's a yes or no.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, how did you respond to that?
Can I take this witness on board for just one moment?
Not at the moment. You gotta let me answer that question.
Please approach.
Yes.
Oh my God, come on, Miss Lewis. Why are you voir direing him?
Specifically for sir, when the investigators asked you, whether Carmen Lauber asked specifically for blues or fentanyl or oxy, how did you respond?
I said that she asked probably for blues, but at that time, Roxy's were blues. It wasn't like it was like the slang on the street was, you know, people bought Roxy's, they were buying blues. It was before, you know, this influx of fentanyl. That, and it also said that so M30s. Yeah, that's what the Roxy's were stamped with, was M30s. That's the manufacturer stamp. It's not just a fentanyl thing.
Do you recall investigators then clarifying that very thing with you and asking, it wasn't like she was asking for oxys and got M30s, right? Do you remember the investigators asking you for that clarification?
Well, oxys implies that they would have been Oxycontin to me, but M30s would be fentanyl, or not fentanyl, but Roxy's. At that time in 2022, in early 2022.
Well, I think that confusions what the investigators were trying to clarify, weren't they?
Okay, let me just, I need to take a moment because, hey, Coffee and Skeletons, good to see you, babe. Homeboy can't remember his charges, right, and his arrests, but he's very clear on what the terms were in 2022. Good for you, Robert. Don't let them take anything away from you for that, buddy. Lord.
I don't know what they were.
Do you recall the investigators asking you? It wasn't like she was asking for oxys and got M30s. Do you recall them asking you that?
I have read it, but I don't recall them asking me that, no.
But you know that they asked you that from having read the transcript, right?
Your Honor, asked and answered. He said he doesn't recall.
That is true. And if you would answer that question, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Do you know that investigators asked you, it wasn't like she was asking for oxys and got M30s?
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah.
Do you recall your answer to that question?
I do not.
Would it refresh your recollection if I showed you the transcript of the interview?
Sure.
Scott, can I get 846T again?
Which page do you want to go to?
If we can stay, please, on page 13. And, sir, if you could read from...
Says I sold her what? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, can you please read to yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you please read to yourself from page 13, line 19, and then we'll switch over to 14 in a second.
See,
Okay.
Kouri's face is smug, like, do people think I'd really deal with this kind of person?
Okay, if you could take that down, please, Scott. Sir, does that help refresh your recollection?
I mean, mean, no, but like I can see what it says, but I don't remember having this conversation. But
When the police asked you whether she was asking for oxys and got M30s, do you recall how you responded?
it says no. She would have got what she asked for. Okay.
He said he doesn't recall.
It's a state.
Sir, do you recall whether
Yeah.
police asked you if Carmen Lauber knew there was fentanyl in the pills that you sold her?
Again, yeah, it said that.
It's a yes or no question.
Do you recall?
I don't recall. I really don't recall the conversation with the police at all, other than I had the conversation with them.
You remember there was a
don't remember details of
conversation.
it other
There
than
you
what
go.
I've read.
There you go. Okay. You
Do
remember
you
that
agree
there was
in
a
the
conversation.
interview generally that you confirmed that you sold pills containing fentanyl to Carmen Lauber?
No, I said that. From what I read, I said that she knew what she was. She got what she wanted. Whatever she asked me for is what she got. But I'm pretty sure it was Roxy's. And it was the whole questioning with those cops was them kind of telling me what I had been doing.
Uh-oh.
Sir, you've read a copy of that transcript.
I have.
Is it an accurate transcript of your interview with detectives that day?
He said he doesn't remember anything about the interview.
Well, I'm going to let him answer it. You're objecting to foundation. Your foundation's overruled. It's a yes or no question, sir. Or, I don't know. I want to be clear.
Okay, yeah. Again, I don't know.
Can we turn now to an affidavit that you signed in September of 2025? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Not good.
Did you swear to the affidavit
I don't
saying
think
that
they
it was true?
prepped him at
Yes.
all, Daria.
Did you read the affidavit before swearing to it?
I believe it was read to me.
In that affidavit, did you say that you sold drugs to Carmen Lauber 2 times in February 2022 at the Maverick in Draper?
I believe it said the same thing I've been saying, that it was once, maybe twice. Like I don't recall if it was more than that. But
Guy's a great conversationalist.
Did you say in that affidavit that one time you sold Roxy 30s and one time you sold Blues?
yes, but again, blues are, at that time, blues are Roxy 30. So it's synonymous.
That was
Yes.
your understanding of what Blues are, right?
Yes.
At that time.
Yes, and if I sold somebody blues, then they were the Roxy 30s.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I would just like to point out the fact that he has already said that when he gave these interviews, that he was coming down, that he was withdrawing, he was on the DTs, okay, and in a bad shape. So what you're trying to explain to me is the finer points of the street term for these pills, but you're also saying you was toe up from the flow up and can't remember a lot of things. So is it possible in your state of toe up from the flow up, you don't quite remember exactly what it is that you did? Because this don't make no kind of sense, bro.
Did you say in that affidavit that you understood actually at that time in early 2022, that OxyContin was the same thing as Blues and Oxy and Roxy 30s?
No.
Did you say in the affidavit that you sold OxyContin?
No. No, I think like there were notes being made in it and things crossed out, but yeah, I clearly said that's not OxyContin. I never sold OxyContin. I sold oxycodone, Roxy 30s.
So, sir, you've never sold OxyContin?
Never.
Scott, can I get 847, please?
Okay, but let me just point this out. When Carmen testified, She said the first time that she bought pills from Robert Crozier, she bought Roxy's. That the oxycodone came from Susan. And then the second time is when she got I can't even talk, fentanyl from him. And the third time she got fentanyl from him. So she bought pills, to her recollection, a total of 3 times. The first time was Roxy's Blues. The second time, fentanyl. The third time, fentanyl. The third time that she bought pills from Robert Crozier was after Eric Richins' death. No. So Violet says, so Kouri asked Carmen, then Carmen asked him. No. Kouri asked Carmen. Carmen asked Nikki. And Nikki is who put Robert and Carmen together. I just wanted to be accurate because there's a person in between who set Carmen up with Robert.
Sir, could you please review that? We'll scroll down through all the pages. Scott, can you go down one?
Yeah, that's a typo. I'm sorry.
Go down again, please. One more to the swearing. Can you go back to the top, please, Scott? Mr. Crozier, is that an accurate depiction of the affidavit that you signed in September 2025?
I mean, without all of the corrections, yes. Like, as I was sitting in jail and going over it with the defense attorney, she was crossing the Oxycontin out because I kept saying that's oxycodone. And then she was crossing other words out. Like, there was a whole bunch of different words that were put in there that were typos or they weren't the right words. They certainly weren't my words. But
whether they were your words or not, is this the one you signed? Is that your signature at the bottom?
it is, yeah.
Your Honor, the state moves 8-47 into evidence.
No objection.
State's Exhibit 8-47 is admitted. Published to the jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
Scott,
let's
can
see
you
this.
zoom in on the first 4 paragraphs?
Yeah, zoom in on the first 4 paragraphs. Let's see what this is.
So is that first paragraph accurate?
Yes.
Is the second paragraph accurate?
Yes.
Is the third paragraph accurate?
Yes.
Scott, can you drop down 1 page and zoom in? Is that fourth paragraph accurate?
No, it's got a. Yeah, it's got it says oxycontin and not oxycodone.
Okay. I think okay. Now you understand how I think. Wow. I don't know who's writing this down, or I don't know if they think that oxycodone and OxyContin are the same thing. I would think that law enforcement would know the difference. I'm so confused. I don't understand this. Oh, hold on.
Is that fifth paragraph accurate?
No. Again, it says oxycontin and not oxycodone.
Is that sixth paragraph accurate?
No. Again, it says oxycodone. Oxycontin and not oxycodone.
Seventh paragraph accurate?
No, because it says that I met with her 2 times, and I'm not sure that I met with her 2 times.
How about the 8th paragraph?
Yes.
How do you know whether what you were selling, were you selling pills at the end of 2022?
I wasn't selling Roxy's anymore. I was only selling fentanyl at that time.
Were you selling pills in late 2021 and early 2022?
I was selling Roxy's then, yes.
How do you know what was inside the pills that you were selling?
Because I had multiple people that had prescriptions.
So you're getting the pills from other people?
Yeah, I had, yes.
Who did you get the pills from that you sold to Carmen Lawler?
I don't.
Okay, I understand. I think I got where the mix-up is. Okay. OxyContin is a specific brand name for the extended-release 12-hour formulation of the opioid medication oxycodone. While oxycodone is the active ingredient in both, immediate-release oxycodone is used for acute, short-term pain every 4 hours, whereas OxyContin is for chronic pain management requiring continuous, long-term, around-the-clock relief. Hold on a second. I wanted to say something. So this is what the problem is. They could have, and they should have explained the difference. Because I think it does matter, number one. Number two, for accuracy, it matters. Number two, it's like they're treating OxyContin and oxycodone like saying hydrocodone and Norco. Norco is the brand name. Okay, is a brand name. It's sold generically as hydrocodone. And I think that's the issue. So I think that's why it's being notated the way that it's being notated.
I don't recall, like I had multiple sources that I was getting them from.
So you just had a guy?
I had a few guys.
Is paragraph 9, is that accurate?
So Tess says, I don't understand why they didn't prep him at all. Do you think he didn't allow it? Also, could he lose his deal? Thank you. I don't understand why they didn't prep him either. I feel like because he had a deal, he would. I don't know that I think if he had not allowed, I don't know, because I'm thinking if he had a deal and they wanted him for trial prep, I feel like his attorney would have conveyed that to him and said, you need to cooperate. You need to cooperate with every single thing that the state asks you to do from now until the end of trial. And perhaps they did prep him. He doesn't. I don't know another way to say this other than this way. Okay. The term that I know for people like this is dope fucked. And I think that's what's going on here. I think homeboy has been into the pill bottle too much, too long, and it's an issue. That's the issue. So I think that even if they had prepped him for trial, oops, I didn't mean to do this. I think if they had prepped him for trial, I think he would still come in here and talk like this.
Yes.
Is that accurate? with the handwritten correction?
Yeah, the possessing, yes.
Are those your initials next to that possessing that's handwritten?
Yes.
How about paragraph 10? Is that accurate?
Yeah, yes.
How about paragraph 11?
Yes.
We go down to, we can go all the way, just do, okay. Paragraph 12, accurate?
It is.
13?
With the exception of the Oxycontin again, instead of oxycodone. Again, the oxycodone prescription, I had an Oxycontin prescription.
14 accurate?
Again, with the Oxycontin instead of oxycodone.
15 accurate?
It is.
16 accurate?
With the Oxycontin instead of oxycodone.
And let's scroll down to the, that's your signature?
It is.
Can we go to the next page, Scott? Is that your signature?
It is.
Now in there you say that you read the foregoing. Did you read it?
It was read to me, yes.
Is the foregoing a power of attorney or is it something else?
I'm sorry, I don't know what foregoing is.
What's above there? First three pages.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
It says right there that I read the foregoing power of attorney and understood the contents thereof. You're telling me that you didn't read it, right?
Saying that it was read to me, and and every time it said Oxycontin, like we were saying, okay, that needs to be oxycodone.
But those changes weren't made.
No, I mean, yeah, apparently not.
Thanks, Scott. Is it fair to summarize your testimony today that you sold Carmen Lauber on at least one, maybe two occasions, M30s and blues, and you believe that M30s and blues referred to at that time oxycodone?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Ms. Lewis. Need less what?
I do not, thank you.
Good morning, Robert.
Good morning.
We've met before. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all a blur. We've met before, right?
What's that?
We've met before.
We have?
Yes. Okay. Just gonna ask you a couple of questions about that first interview. You said that with the detectives that you really didn't remember that interview. You did say, though, just a moment ago, well, they were just telling me what I'd been doing. Do you remember that?
I do.
All right. So during that interview, remember that they just told you what you'd been doing and you just kind of agreed. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I didn't really want to get in trouble. I was already in jail. I had bail. I was trying to get out. I wasn't. And they kept telling me that I wasn't in trouble and nobody was going after me, and things like that. But still, I mean, when they originally came and talked to me and were asking me about, I had no idea who any of the people they were besides Nicole. They showed me pictures and I was like, I don't know who that is. But yeah.
All right. Let's fast forward to September of 2025, and you were interviewed by myself and by my investigator, Mr. Bertram. Correct?
Yes.
And were you sober when you and I and Mr. Bertram met?
I was.
And do you recall at that interview you told us you thought you had sold to Ms. Carbon 2 times?
I think I said once, maybe twice.
All right.
Same thing I've been saying.
You said once, maybe twice. And that the first time was Roxy 30s, which you've explained, right?
I'm sorry, yes.
And Roxy 30s, and we're going to get to this whole Oxycontin, oxycodone thing in just a minute.
Okay.
But Roxy 30s, would that be 30 milligram oxycodone pills?
Yes.
All right. And you said you met her at the Maverick to sell them. And you...
If you would just add a question mark at the end of these as you go.
Oh, all right. And you met her at the Maverick to sell them, correct?
Yes.
And that you remember it was early 2022, correct?
Yeah, it was around this time. There was snow then, so.
Okay. So can you remember what you were charging per pill for 30 milligram oxycodones?
Like either $25 or $30 a piece.
$25 or $30 per pill. You weren't selling fentanyl at that time, but when you did sell fentanyl, what did that sell for?
About the same.
You sold fentanyl for about the same? Are you aware that there was a time that fentanyl was sold for considerably less than oxycodone?
Yes.
Like, and would that have been earlier when fentanyl first started in the market, or would that just depend on who was selling it?
It just depends on who was selling it,
Okay.
where you got it from. You know, if you know a Hondo that'll give them to you for 80 cents, then yeah, but.
All right, that's fair. So, do you recall? Let me back up. So, you said that when you sold her, the time that you clearly remember the first time she was sitting in a car, was anybody with Ms. Lauber?
I don't remember.
You don't remember there being anyone, or you just don't know?
I just don't know. Like if there was some, or if she was by herself, I don't know.
Okay. And then, do you recall saying that there was a time you sold to her when a man came with her?
Yes, I do.
So that would have been the second time that we talked about earlier, correct?
Not sure. It could have been the first time, but probably. Yeah,
Okay.
if there was twice, why not?
Okay. All right. So, if Ms. Carmen Lauber testified that you told her, these are fentanyl pills, I'm selling you fentanyl pills, would that be true?
I mean, if I said it to her, then it would be true, but I don't know that I said that to her.
Well, were you selling her fentanyl pills?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. And let's go over that again, because I know this was you were using during that period. But why was it that you were?
Don't worry, I'm going to circle back. See what I did there? To her question. But the whole time he's testifying, all I can keep like hearing as a song that's just replaying over in my head is NWA Dope Man. He's the dope man, dope man. And obviously he never listened to that song, because if he did, he would know the rule. There's a cardinal rule to being the dope man. Don't get high off your own supply. Bless it. All right, we're going to rewind so we can hear her question, okay? All right, here we go.
To her?
Well, were you selling her fentanyl pills?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. And let's go over that again, because I know this was you were using during that period. But why was it that you remembered that in 2022, early 2022, you were selling oxycodone and not fentanyl?
Because everybody was scared of fentanyl in early 2022 and in 21. You know, it was all over the news and people were dying, and it was kind of hard to get, and people were scared of getting it. And like I testified, I had people that had prescriptions. I had my own prescription, and we sold those.
When you said you had prescription and you knew people that had prescriptions, are you talking about oxycodone?
Yes.
Do you remember the milligrams of your prescription?
Mine were 10s at that time.
Tons. Did
Yeah.
you sell any of those to Carmen Lauber?
No.
Okay, so you sold somebody else's prescription.
Yes.
And the pills you sold were actually prescription pills from a pharmacy?
Yes.
And do you recall, you met her at the Maverick, and do you recall the person that you were buying from actually lived not super far away from that Maverick? Isn't that correct?
No.
You didn't have a supplier that was pretty close to that Maverick?
No.
So you don't recall that you met her there and then you left to get the pills and came back?
I don't remember. I might have met somebody down the street, but I don't remember if I didn't go to anybody's house to get them.
All right, that's fair. So somebody met you a ways from the Maverick to give you the pills? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
And those were that person's prescription?
Yes.
Do you know what the milligrams were? Were they 30 milligrams?
They were 30 milligrams.
All right. So at that time, in early 2022, you would not have been telling Carmen Lauber, here, these are fentanyl.
No, I didn't have a fentanyl plug at that time. Like, I didn't know anybody that sold fentanyl at the time.
All right. And you said if you were asked for blues, that to you that meant what?
Roxy's.
Roxy's. Because before fentanyl became really well known, a lot of oxycodones were blue.
Yeah, and they were the M30s, like from the manufacturers. And I think that's why whoever makes those now, the fentanyl ones, they made them to look just like the Roxy's, because people were taking, a lot of people were addicted to Roxy 30s at that time, so they made them look exactly like that, and that's why people were dying, because they were thinking they were taking a Roxy and they were taking a fentanyl that looked exactly the same, but color might have been a little different.
And those were either being made illicitly or brought in from Mexico, right?
I'm not sure how they come in, but yeah, they were here. Yeah, you couldn't get them from a pharmacy for sure.
I'm sorry,
you could not get them from a pharmacy, no.
Okay. So the pills that you sold in 2022 that were light blue, those came from a pharmacy?
Yes.
Do you recall that selling pills that were light green?
If they were light green, they would have been 15s or 20s. With the Roxy's, like the lower the doses, like I had a prescription for 10s and they were pink. And then I think the 15s might have been green, and then 20s were gray, I think. And then all of, from every manufacturer, they were all blue. The Roxy 30s were every manufacturer, they were all blue.
Light blue?
Yeah, whether they said M30 on them or A22 something or whatever, it was the manufacturer stamp on them.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about the affidavit, the one that's been admitted, and then there's a second one that has not yet been admitted. Now, when Mr. Bertram and you didn't type this affidavit, right?
No, I did not.
And Mr. Bertram and I brought these up to you, correct? Mm-hmm. And we read them to you, correct?
Yes.
And you made some corrections, correct?
Well, I think you had the pen, but yes.
You told me some corrections to make, and I made them, correct? Yes. And then you signed them, correct?
Yes.
But at that time, well, let me rephrase that. Then later, you were given an attorney, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Ms. Letkins. Mm-hmm. And is that right?
Yes.
And Ms. Letkins went over these with you again later, correct? The affidavits.
I don't remember if she did or not. I mean, I went from meeting with you from jail and then going to treatment. I was in 7th Street treatment at the time. I know that we talked about them.
You and Ms. Letkins?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we went over it line by line like we just did, but I know that we talked about it.
Do you recall telling Ms. Letkins there's a mistake in these? It says Oxycontin and it's supposed to be oxycodone?
Yes.
All right. And are you aware that Ms. Letkins then let the prosecutors in this case know these are correct, except that they say Oxycontin and they should say oxycodone?
I don't know that she did that, but I'm sure she did. I don't.
Okay. And so I'm the one that typed Oxycontin, correct?
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now...
Oh, God. Hold on.
I understand now. What's the...
Back the milk truck up. She's the one that did the dadgum corrections. Now we're all host. Fantastic.
Difference between Oxycontin and oxycodone?
Oxycontin is way stronger. And it's time released now, I believe. Like, I think in the 90s it wasn't. They were having a lot of problems around the country with those. And then they made them time released. The Oxycodone, or the Oxycontin 30s, I believe, are purple or they're red or maroon color or something like that. But yeah, they have like a gel around them.
All right. So there's a mistake that we put Oxycontin, and then you later corrected it with your attorney and said, well, this is right, other than it should say oxycodone.
Yes.
All right. Because you were selling oxycodone,
yes,
not Oxycontin.
Yes.
All right, let me show you. Do we have the mark on the notes of it? Okay. Let's pull up what is Defense Exhibit 1025. You actually signed 2 affidavits in September of 2025, correct?
Yes.
And the state introduced one of those affidavits, correct?
I don't know. They just showed me one.
They showed you one.
Okay, yes.
That's the only one they showed you.
Yes.
Will you take a look at this and tell me if this is the second one you signed?
So Ivy Lee says, has anyone noticed how she is nice to him and he's an addict? Also, congratulations to him, but treated Carmen, the defense, but how she treated Carmen. The defense spoke to her like he's to him like he's lying, or did you mean like they treated Carmen like a liar? I'll say this: her demeanor is definitely different with this witness versus with Carmen. I think it is probably because Carmen is far more damning to their case than this witness is, number one. And number two, if they can get him to say enough times that the jury believes it, that he never sold Carmen fentanyl, then the question then becomes, well, then where did Carmen get the fentanyl? Which it's interesting because if I recall correctly, they're not arguing that she didn't buy drugs from Carmen. They're, I'm not exactly sure what what they're trying to gain from this gentleman, really, because yes, she did, Ivy Lease. She treated Carmen horribly. It also could be perhaps new day, it's not really a new day. Maybe she reflected over the lunch and realized, I confused the jury with the way that I was acting. It was not very succinct the way that I was questioning her, and maybe she decided to try a new tact. Who knows?
In paragraph 8, it says OxyContin again, but
Again, I'm gonna talk about that.
okay. Yes.
Okay, so other than where it says, there's 2 times it says OxyContin when it should have said oxycodone. Other than that, is this a true statement?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to admit Defense Exhibit 1025, which actually is both statements, the one that was already admitted plus this one together. We can separate them out, but it's the same.
Objection, Your Honor. We approach.
The only thing that I can think of that would make sense is that they're going to, the defense, for some reason, he doesn't want to take accountability for the fentanyl. Why? I don't know. Hey, Crime Crochet, good to see you, babe. You know what's funny about that, what you said about your husband just wanting to call you? Monday, mine called me. He never calls me during the day, ever. But he wanted to call me Monday for whatever reason. I know, the first day that I'm streaming a trial, here he comes. Hey, baby. Like, guys, what can you do? I definitely think that this guy's deal is in jeopardy. I do. Although, I don't know. I don't have that much experience with deals. So I don't want to speak to, but it just, it just doesn't seem like
Let me just get us back to
he's doing what he's supposed to be doing
here. Katie, if you would go back to page 1, I'm going to hide this for just a moment. Ms. Lewis, it is queued up though, if you need it.
All right, let's actually go to page 2 though, Katie, because you've already you just read this, right, as you were sitting here. All right. So do you recall a meeting with the prosecutors in this case in April of 2025 to discuss your testimony?
I do.
And that was before you met with myself and Mr. Bertram in September of 2025.
Yes.
And at that meeting, did you tell them then that you never did sell fentanyl to Carmen Lauber?
I told them that I'm pretty sure that I sold her Roxy's and not fentanyl.
Okay. So you told them, excuse me. You told them basically the same thing that you said in September of 2025 and what you're saying today in your testimony. And did you sign a sworn affidavit that that in fact happened?
I did.
All right. And were you sober when you met with the prosecution in 2025?
I was.
To tell them that I never sold her fentanyl, I sold her Roxy 30s,
Yes.
oxycodone.
Oxycodone. Yeah.
Okay. When you met with, or not met, I'm sorry, you talked to your friend Nicole. What did she tell you? No, let me rephrase that. What was your understanding of what Carmen Lauber wanted? She said, I have a friend who wants some pills. What was your understanding of what that friend wanted?
Are they trying to go for the old, this was an accident? She got pills for her husband and she didn't know that they were fentanyl. He didn't know they were fentanyl. See, that could be what they're trying to go for, but that's not going to work either because he doesn't have any other medications in his system. This is so confusing. I don't know what the defense is doing.
Did she wanted Roxy's? Roxy's. I'm sorry.
So again, you didn't start selling fentanyl until late 2022.
That's right.
You had no access to it in January, February, March of 2022.
No.
When you did start selling fentanyl, what color were those pills?
Like almost purple.
A really dark color.
Yeah. Yeah, they were very distinctive.
Okay. So not light blue, not light green. Mm-hmm. Did anyone ever ask you for the Michael Jackson stuff?
I'm sorry?
I think that answers my question. Nobody ever asked you, Carmen Lauber didn't ask you to sell her the Michael Jackson drug.
No. Is that,
Do you know what that is?
what do they call it? Prohypnol or something?
Propofol.
Propofol. There you go. Yeah, I've heard of it as I watched the Michael Jackson thing when he died, but yeah, nobody's ever asked me for that.
Do you know if you can even buy that on the street?
I doubt it.
Okay.
It seems like they would keep that under a tight lock and key.
All right.
Yeah, it's used in a hospital setting for anesthesia.
I'm just going to summarize and then we're going to be done. Okay?
Thank God.
So when you initially agreed with detectives that you might have sold fentanyl, you were high, you were coming down, and you don't remember saying that specifically. True.
That is correct. Yes.
And when you met with myself and Mr. Bertram in September of 25, and you said you were selling only oxycodone, you were sober, correct?
Yes.
And you were being truthful?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bloodworth and his...
Back the milk truck up. But when Carmen got sober, which would have been later than her initial statements, right? That's a problem. But homeboy, same thing. It's all good. Ma'am.
Investigator in April of 2025, where you were sober.
Yes.
And you said you were only selling oxycodone in early 2022.
Hey, Lulu Lola, good to
You
see
sober
you,
today?
babe.
I am.
In fact, congratulations, you just finished your treatment program, right?
Thank you. I did.
What was your sober date?
August 26th.
Of 2020?
25.
25. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Robert, I want you to look at the jury. I want you to tell them, are you telling the truth here today?
Yes, I am telling the truth.
Okay, I have nothing further.
Mr. Blood.
Yes, Ivy Lee. It
Mr.
was.
Crozier, how was the...
Ivy Lee says, wasn't it Kouri that asked about the Michael Jackson to Carmen so he wouldn't know? Exactly. Exactly. Yes, Daria, you're correct. To be fair, fentanyl is also used in a hospital setting, and that's out there. But let me be even more specific. Propofol is used not just in a hospital setting, but in a surgery setting. And I believe that fentanyl is not exclusive to just a hospital setting. You can get a prescription. Let me just make sure. It's very restricted, but yes, you can. Propofol, there are no circumstances under which a person would be given a prescription for it. I just wanted to check. I was pretty sure that I was right, but you know how I like to double check. All right, here we go. Let's see the redirect and see if Mr. Bloodworth can wrap this up.
What are the pills that you sold to Carmen Lauber package?
It was in a bag.
Those little tiny clear Ziploc bags?
I don't remember, but a Ziploc bag or something. Yeah, they were in a bag of some kind. Yes.
Like one of those little bags you get with a spare button on a shirt?
Well, I don't think you can't fit 20 or 30 pills in a little bag like that, so they were probably a little bigger than that, but yes.
And you got that bag from your plug, right?
Yeah, from one of
the guys that sold you the pills.
Correct.
You did not get that bag from a pharmacy, correct?
No.
Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
May we release this witness from the subpoena?
We may, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Crozier, you're free to go.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Likens, thank you.
Last transaction. Now, the third one would not be the last transaction.
I've been muted this whole time. Oh my God. Okay. So what I understand yesterday is that why there's a second part is because the next witness is a detective from Salt Lake County. And he has been known to work undercover. And from what I understand, his image was broadcasted. And that is why there's a part 2. I think that's what happened. Sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to mute it. I was excited because Emily Baker was in my next. You see, I watch her. I was not lying. I do enjoy me some Emily Baker. I think that's why there's a second stream, and I haven't had an opportunity to watch this. So let's get right to it. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so let me get to where they edited it out. All right, let's see. No audio or video is allowed. Okay. So if you didn't catch it when it happened, you didn't catch it at all. Let me see. Because I know there was another. All right, here we go.
Please.
Yep, my name is Marcos Garagachia. My last name's spelled G-A-R-A-Y-C-O-C-H-E-A.
Where do you work?
At the Salt Lake County District Attorney's Office.
What's your role there?
I'm in the Special Investigations Unit.
What does that mean?
Yes. Crime Crochet. Can you even believe that? Who? Got me sounding like a damn bootleg Hogwarts owl. Who would do that? Who would think? Like they have sketchers in the gallery all the time. Like that's not anything uncommon. It's not brand new. It ain't this isn't new. This isn't shocking, right? But to have somebody think that it's okay to sketch the jury, it's alarming. And here's why it's alarming, okay? We have a jury system in the United States, and it's intended to be anonymous. Obviously, with the invent of, more technology, trials, you've always been able to attend trials in person. That's part of our Constitution, okay? But broadcasting trials, it used to not be a streaming situation, which technically I guess it kind of would be streaming, but the internet wasn't a thing yet, so it was called something different. It's called broadcasting. So they used to, broadcast them on court TV. That was the first channel. And then it's, now we can sit home and from our computers and, all the things, right? So that's fine. But how do you I just don't understand how you are somebody who would want to view a trial, but not understand the basics of how a courtroom works with a jury. How are you ignorant to that? And it's yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, so yes, Crime Crochet once it says, yes, but this was a random and she was putting their juror numbers on the sketch. Right. What I'm saying is to have a sketch artist in the courtroom is not unheard of. And it seems to me though that this person was specifically only sketching the jury, which is a problem. And I don't understand how anybody would think that that would be okay or how that would not get caught. Like, how would they think that? It's like, it's the antithesis of what our American judicial system is based on. It's crazy. All right, so let's hear from this witness. All right, here we go.
We have a forensics lab in the Special Investigations Unit where we download phones, we image hard drives, create demonstrative exhibits for court, and do cell mapping.
Are you trained to perform cell phone downloads?
Yes.
What certifications or what programs are you trained to use?
As far as the programs go, Gray Key and Cellbrite and Axiom.
Did you receive a request from the Summit County Sheriff's Office to download some cell phones?
Yes.
I want to talk about those phones. I want to talk about 3 of those phones.
Okay.
So first I want to talk about a white iPhone 12 with phone number ending 1987. Are you familiar with the phone I'm talking about?
Yes.
Is it
Okay, so Katie says they probably know the rules, that they're a POS and want to make money off of the art or cause something chaotic. I mean, it's a problem. Like, I can't think of I can't think of one good reason or that anybody is that ignorant as to how, like, they just didn't know better, right? I just can't think of anything. And I'm an excellent loophole finder, and I can't find a single loophole. And then Lulu says, it's almost like sabotage. Did they get a charge? I don't know all the ins and outs of it specifically. All I know is what the judge told us when he didn't just, like text me and be like, hey, Bendy, I just wanted to give you the 411 and what's going on. I don't have any exclusive information. He addressed the court, which was broadcast, in front of God and everybody. So that's how I heard it. Okay. I'm not special. But what he said was that he was alerted by a juror, and how they addressed it was the sketchbook was confiscated, the pages were removed, and the person was escorted from the courtroom by a bailiff, and they are not allowed to return as a spectator. Beyond that, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I would think that there could be charges, but, I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Is this one of the phones that you were asked to perform a download on?
Yes.
And
Also, side note, I'm super excited. Are we finally getting the text messages? Is this what's happening? Is this the beginning of the text messages? Please tell me that it is. Please, please, please.
were you able to complete a download of this phone?
Yes.
Describe how you did that.
So I use what's called the Gray Key machine to extract the data. Now all that data, it just comes in a zip file. Once that data is produced, you have to use a tool, forensic tool, in order to process the data. And I use the Cellbrite machine to do that.
And When you got that raw data from the phone, was there any way to manipulate that data that you extracted from the phone?
No.
You didn't change anything?
No.
And when you placed the raw data from that phone into the readable format, same question, was that data changed or manipulated in any way?
No.
How do you know that?
Cellbrite is a forensic tool that just specializes in just processing the raw data. You're unable to delete or modify any kind of processed data that it produces.
Once you put that raw data into a readable format, was that data given back to the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Talking about the second phone, did you do a cell phone download for a green iPhone 11 with phone number ending 9317?
Yes, I did.
Okay, same questions. Were you able to perform a download on that phone?
Yes, I was.
And what was the process you used for that?
Again, I used a gray key machine to extract the data, and then that extraction was processed through Cellbrite.
And same questions. Was that data manipulated or changed in any way when it was extracted from the phone?
No.
And how about once it was put into Cellbrite?
No.
Was that information from that second phone then given back to the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Okay. Now talking about the third phone I want to turn your attention to, that's an iPhone 7 ending 0904.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that phone?
Yes.
Were you able to complete a download of that phone?
I was.
Describe how you did that.
So I believe the iPhone 7 Plus was in need of some repair. So I fixed it, replaced the screen to a point where I was able to extract the data and get a partial download through Gray Key again, and then processed it through Cellbrite.
Now when you say a partial download, was that on the iPhone 7 or the iPhone XR?
I believe it was on the iPhone 7. Might be getting it mixed up. I believe the iPhone, the first one that I received, the one that I repaired, I believe we got a full extraction on.
Okay. That's the phone I wanted to talk about.
Okay, yeah, that was the one, yeah.
So when you say you repaired it, what was wrong with it?
So when I first received it, I noticed that the screen was cracked and the glass was flaking off. I charged it for a few hours and it was evident that it was not going to turn on, so it was non-operational. At that point, I started the repair process.
How did you repair it?
So the first, you want me to go step by step?
Sure.
Okay. So the first thing I did is, just for my safety, I used what's called heat tape, heat-resistant tape, to cover the screen so that I wouldn't get any shards of glass on me. And then I started the separation process from the screen and the main board. Once that was done, I noticed that there was quite a lot of debris inside the phone, which typically is a pretty sterile environment. I could tell there was some water damage, which suggests to me not only the screen was cracked, but there might have been the water seal around it was most likely compromised. So it was not only physically damaged, but most likely some water had seeped in.
And were you eventually able to get a download from that phone?
I was, yes.
And that was after you repaired it?
Yes.
Anything about repairing the phone that changes the data on it?
No.
So same questions for that phone. You were able to download it, and what program did you use?
Gray Key, and then again I used Cellbrite.
And same questions from the download with the raw data in Gray Key to the readable format in Cellbrite. Any of that data manipulated?
No.
Any of that data changed?
No.
And then you gave that information back to the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
I did.
Okay. Those are all my questions.
Okay.
Marcos. Sorry.
Marcos is fine. My last name is
We were on the phone. So
yeah, no worries.
Sorry. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Really just two things. And we've heard testimony before, the jury has heard testimony before about the phone being extracted by Gray Key and then it coming in a non-readable format. Is that accurate?
Non-readable, yes, it comes in a zip file.
Correct.
Yes, and it needs to be processed in order to be readable.
And that's when Cellbrite comes in?
Yes.
and then you do kind of like a double bind where you compare hash values, correct?
Typically, yes, that's something that you can do.
And is that the same thing you did here to make sure that nothing was, as the state indicated, manipulated?
Yeah, so Gray key does give you a hash value, and then Cellbrite would also give you a hash value, and those were compared.
And you're certified in Cellbrite, of course?
Yes.
And are there different levels of certification within Cellbrite?
Yeah, I mean, you can continue going to classes and getting certified, but I think the most important thing is to keep your programs updated.
Okay.
That's probably the most important thing, because as a technician, as a phone down person that does phone downloads, I do numerous amounts of downloads, which keeps me fresh and updated with that process.
Well, because the technology landscape is constantly changing.
Yeah, the technology changes, but more so with the device you're seeing.
Yes.
Mean? Yes. Yeah, I can change. Yeah.
Correct. Let me ask you about how you received the phone.
Okay.
Phones. Can you tell me, and just go in whatever order you prefer?
Okay.
And tell me the state that the phones came in terms of their packaging when they arrived at your office.
Okay. So on, I believe it was May 30th, I received 2 phones, both in need of repair. The first one was an iPhone 7 Plus. That one came in its original evidence package. I took photographs of those of the package, front and back. Then I opened it up and took photos of the phone itself, front and back. The second package was an iPhone XR. That came in its original evidence package as well. I took photos of the front of the package and the back of the package, and I cut it open and took photos of the front and the back of the phone itself. And then I believe on June 28th, I received 2 other phones from Detective Root, and it's the same thing. Both came in their original evidence package. Front and back photographs were taken of both, and both were taken out of the bag, and front and back of the phone were photographed.
Now, I heard Detective Root for the last 2. Was Detective Root for all 4?
Ooh, I'm not quite clear on that one.
No problem.
I believe he was.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Did they come in, or can you explain to the jury what a Faraday bag is?
They did not come in Faraday bag.
And could you just explain what that is?
Yes, what a Faraday bag is, it's a bag that will keep the phone from receiving any kind of exterior communication. So it's the same thing as putting an airplane, or it's the same thing as putting your phone in airplane mode. Like when you take a trip, they ask you to put your phone in airplane mode so it doesn't interfere with communication with, say, the airplane.
Now, there were 2 unoperable phones, correct?
That's correct.
And so that one really wouldn't matter, correct, in terms of whether they were in a Faraday bag or not?
Yeah, that probably wouldn't matter.
And what about the other 2? Were those operable?
They were both operable, but they came to me in a off.
In off mode?
Yeah, off mode, yes, correct.
And also those were similar, just to make sure, I think you said this, evidence bag sealed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then when you release them back, could you just tell me who you released them to, and then how you packaged them, if any different than how they got to you?
Yeah, I believe both phones were released to Detective Root. I'd have to look at the chain of custody paper. But what I did was, once I was done extracting the phones for all 4 phones, I put them back into their evidence bag, sealed it and initialed it, and then I took photographs and gave it back to Summit County.
Perfect. 2 last questions. The first one is with regards to analyzing. I know you didn't analyze in this case. You are certified to analyze?
Well, I mean, I've analyzed phones. I don't know what you mean. You have to clarify what you mean by...
Just as an analyzer, instead of in this case, you just extracted the information, correct?
That's correct.
You didn't analyze
I did not analyze any of the data.
Perfect. And then the second question I had is, in your experience, I can't remember how many extractions you said, or you might not. I'm imagining thousands?
Yeah, probably, I don't know, close to, I don't know, mid hundreds.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once you extract a phone, is there any reason to extract it again?
There might be. It depends.
Yeah. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so if you can extract the phone using Cellbrite, you can also extract it just with Cellbrite, and then you can also extract it with Gray key. Sometimes using 2 different forensic tools may yield different data, so it could yield more data than this one. So it's always wise to have different forensic tools in a lab.
And what about within the same forensic tool? So say you did a Gray key extraction on one phone. Is there a reason to do another Gray key extraction of that same phone?
Typically, no. I mean, it just depends how much time has gone by, because the Gray key does update its program, and maybe at a later time, maybe it can yield more information as the technology gets better with the program.
And same with Celebrate.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's all I have. Thank you so much. Good seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
No other questions for this witness?
May we release this witness?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are free. Thank you.
Your Honor, may we approach and discuss scheduling?
Yes, please. It's almost 4:05 on a Friday. I appreciate your attention and diligence this week. We'll be recessing for the weekend. Please hear me on this. This is an extended period of time in which I will need you to be vigilant between now and returning at 8:30 a.m. on Monday morning. That you do not allow yourself to be exposed to anybody talking about the case, to any audio-visual depictions or reports about the case. You cannot listen.
All right, so that is what we missed. We are all caught up. Unfortunately, we're not to the texts yet. Hopefully Monday, because I think at this point, both people who extracted the various phones have now testified. I think day 2 was the one who extracted, or extracted Kouri's and Eric's phones. And then this gentleman extracted Mr. Grossman's phone, who is the Sancho side piece of Kouri. So I'm thinking that, I'm thinking that maybe Monday we're going to get some text messages, hopefully. Fingers crossed. On Monday. That'll be exciting. All right. So I want to thank you all for being here. If you haven't done so, please do me a favor and give your girl a thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever you feel is appropriate. I don't judge. I will be back live Monday, 9:30 a.m. If you want to turn your notification on, please feel free to do so because that live is already scheduled. Also, hey, yeah, hang on, Lula. What is wrong with my mouse? Lola, hang on, and I'll help you out. Okay, so, also, I wanted to remind everybody that the Patreon episode for the West Memphis 3 will be ready end of day, probably Sunday evening. Okay, somewhere around 9. Okay, I'm not gonna. I don't premiere those because obviously, they're for Patreon only. If you want to join my Patreon, I think that Neat Noodle has the link. And as for for you, Lula Lola says, my first day watching. Thank you for being here. Would I be okay watching the openings and being okay? Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. On my channel, you will find day 1. Day 1 is completely timestamped. Thank you, Neat. I appreciate that, babe. Day 1 is timestamped. If you find that you want to go beyond the openings, I would suggest watching the openings, and then I would suggest watching day 4 because day 3 was really, I don't even think we had, was one witness and it was very brief, day 3. I would say watch day 4 when Carmen testifies and watch day 5 in the morning for the conclusion of Carmen's testimony. That's what I would suggest watching. And I think then you should be pretty much caught up. I mean, I think that there are some officers on day 1 that testify and they do like the body cam so you can see what was going on when first responders, paramedics arrived, law enforcement at the Richins house, and you get a sense of Kouri's demeanor. I would definitely watch that. And yes, also day 1 with the sister. You need to watch day 1 with the sister. Her name is Katie Richins Benson, and her testimony's timestamped too. Thank you, Neat. That's imperative. You must watch her. All right, so that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. If you're warm, enjoy the warmth. Get out in that sunshine, do some things. I know I'm going to. If you're still cold, which some of you I know are, bundle up, stay cozy, cozy, cozy. And I will see all of you guys Monday morning, bright and early at 9:30. All right. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.